Watsonathoners! My name is Alex, and I wrote a book this year called Klopp Actually, where I imagine being married to Jurgen Klopp. Why wouldn't you? And so to celebrate the Mark's amazing 24-hour shindig, I've written a very special chapter, all for Halloween. So here we go. It's Halloween, and as is traditional in all good suburban neighbourhoods, I am decorating my house to encourage children I don't know to come to my house and ask me for sweets. Joy, the incredibly perfect head of the neighbourhood watch, has informed me in no uncertain terms that our street does Halloween. Children that I would usually cross the street to avoid will soon be on my doorstep, leaving sticky fingerprints and kicking my geraniums. Joy has insinuated several times that she's very glad we've moved to the area, as the previous occupants very much kept themselves to themselves. I think I would have got on well with them. I have several deadlines, but instead of carving out a niche in the comedy industry, I am carving a mangled face into a pumpkin that I wish was soup. If I don't carve a pumpkin, then I will look like a killjoy, but if I do carve a pumpkin, there is a chance I'm going to kill actual joy. My husband strolls into the kitchen just as a mistimed knife swipe doubles the size of my pumpkin's eye. It is glaring at me from the table, asking why I gave it life if life was this miserable. "Would you like to go out for dinner tonight?" he asks, and I briefly fantasize about throwing the pumpkin on the floor and running to Zizi's to hide from Joy's judgmental blinking. "I can't tonight, darling. It's Halloween. We have to be here for trick-or-treaters or Joy will be furious." Joy is the small blonde woman who is always dispensing chutneys. "She is, darling. She's head of the neighbourhood watch. I can't deal with the WhatsApp fallout if we're the only house on the street that's not joining in. There's a packet of cobwebs on the bottom of the stairs. Could you stick them up for me? I can't reach," I ask, mentally ticking that job off my list of tasks I still have to achieve before my lovely house is ruined properly. "Absolutely," he says, nodding. "I can see you are busy making that very terrifying smoothie." I smile sarcastically. "Ha ha." Oh, hang on, my dog is chewing away. Mackie dog, either come and please don't chew as. This is my dog Mackie. Let's carry on with the story. He stops in the door, changing direction at a moment. Wait a minute. "Absolutely," he says, nodding. "No, we've done that line." "Mackie, I was going so well then, but we are using this take because I've got to go out." He stops in the door, changing direction at a moment's notice. Did I do that one? I smile sarcastically. "Ha ha. Make sure you dust before you stick them up." He stops in the door, changing direction at a moment's notice, so light on his feet. "You want me to get rid of the real cobwebs before I put up fake cobwebs?" "Yes," I call out, wondering what I can make into a convincing costume that's low maintenance in the house and won't ruin one of my Egyptian cotton bed sheets. He raises an eyebrow at my neurosis, and I feel myself thinking of other uses for Egyptian cotton bed sheets. I snap back to the present as a pumpkin seed appears in a bubble of snot from the end of Clip's nose. Clip is our daughter. I don't know if I've explained that. "Just do it," I beg, knowing that without his expertise I'll never be able to reach the corners successfully. He has such deep penetration. By 5 p.m. I am ready. There's a bowl of diabetes by the front door, I am dressed as a tired witch, and the house looks like the flammable Isle of Poundland. Bring on the children. He appears in the hall, not in costume. "I told you to get ready," I shriek, imagining Joy's disappointed, letting the side down smile, which is far worse than all of her other smiles. "I am in costume," he says, looking down at his clothes and back up at me baffled. "What are you supposed to be?" I ask as the doorbell rings for the first time. I am a grown man whose wife is more concerned with a small chutney fanatic than her husband. It's the scariest thing I can imagine. Before I know it, neither of us are wearing costumes, and the scary noises coming from behind our front door are enough to give even the bravest children nightmares. Thanks for having me. Enjoy the rest of your 24 hours. Love from Laura and Mackie Dog.